Hey everyone, this is Corey Maru, back with another fun video. Today, I want to dive into something that I've been itching to discuss with the SEGA fan community, and that is the upcoming film and TV adaptations of SEGA's iconic franchises, and a few personal picks I think that deserve the same treatment. As always, I'm super curious to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below on which SEGA franchise you think should hit the big or small screen. Also, if you enjoy SEGA discussions like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next in the comments. Alright, let's jump right in with the highly anticipated Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which is set to be released on December 20th, 2004. This movie will continue the popular live-action Sonic series with the original cast returning and the fan favorite Shadow the Hedgehog taking center stage, drawing some inspiration from Sonic Adventure 2. Personally, as a longtime Sonic fan, I can't wait for this one. I had an absolute blast watching the first two movies with friends and family, and I'm especially hyped to hear Keanu Reeves as the voice of Shadow, and curious to see his take on the dark heroic hedgehog. I think this movie is going to be a huge hit for the Sonic brand, and a treat for fans worldwide. Now, if only we could just get a trailer, and maybe have the film sneak an appearance of Amy and Metal Sonic. Please put Metal Sonic in Sonic Movie 3, Paramount, please, I beg of you. Thank you. That's all I gotta say. Next up, we got the recently announced Like a Dragon Yakuza series coming to Amazon Prime Video on October 24th. This crime suspense action series is a live-action adaptation with an original story based on Sega's global hit Yakuza franchise. Set in Kamurocho, the story follows Kazuma Kiryu as he navigates the complex world of the Yakuza. Directed by the critically acclaimed Masaharu Take and starring Ryoma Takuchi and Kento Kaku, the series spans from 1995 to 2005 and dives deep into the lives of childhood friends and the consequences of Kiryu's choices. Now, I know that the RGG fandom has some mixed feelings about this adaptation after the trailer launch, which is totally understandable. We all care deeply about the Like a Dragon franchise. I even had a chance to interview the two main actors over at SEGA Bits with Barry to tell us about their roles and how the show will play out, which was a blast by the way. But I guess we'll have to wait and see how the show turns out when it drops. Golden Axe, the animated series, is coming to Comedy Central based on the classic beat-em-up arcade game. This show will blend fantasy and humor, reimagining the world of Golden Axe for a modern audience. There's no visual content out there yet, but I'm really curious to see how they approach the humor aspect, considering the series has always been pretty action focused. If they play their cards right, releasing the show alongside the new game could bring a lot of fresh faces to the franchise. Officially announced in April 2002, the Streets of Rage movie has Derek Kolstad, the mind behind John Wick, working on the script. With some of the key players from the Sonic movies involved, like DJ2 Entertainment, I have a lot of confidence in this adaptation. I'm really looking forward to this movie. I've always admired the Streets of Rage series for its action-packed gameplay and its story of ex-cops turned vigilantes taking on a crime syndicate. With this production team behind the Sonic movies, I think we're in for something special. As I mentioned in a previous video, Space Channel 5 and Comic Zone are also getting Hollywood treatment, produced by Picture Start. They recently worked on the Borderlands movie, and well, I've heard some things. But I'm trying to stay optimistic. Space Channel 5 will be a comedic dance film about a fast food worker and a freedom reporter, Udala of course, dancing through an alien invasion. Meanwhile, Comic Zone is being reimagined as a buddy film where a comic book creator and a young writer get trapped in the comic book world, with the film promising some cool visual effects that mimic the comic book aesthetic. Given the mixed reaction to the Borderlands film, I'm a bit cautious, but hey, you may never know. Only time will tell how these turn out. Alright, now let's dive into my personal wish list of SEGA franchises that I think deserves film and TV adaptations. First up, we've got Jet Set Radio. I think an animated series would do the brand justice, with the main plot focusing on the GGs as they skate around Tokyo-to, expressing their freedom through graffiti and music while clashing the law enforcement and rival gangs would be absolutely amazing. A blend of Japanese and 3D animation could really bring that manga dimension and shell-shaded aesthetic from the original game to life. Imagine a show with vibes similar to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Teen Titans, and Cyberpunk. How cool would that be? I know there's often some skepticism when it comes to live action adaptations of Japanese media, but hear me out. A live action Sakura Wars movie could be incredible if done right. We've had a few retellings of the original game through the TV anime, a PS2 remake, and manga, but a live adaptation could bring something fresh, like seeing the Flower Division in action with steam-powered Kobus in full force as they battled the Hive of Darkness. This idea came to me after watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable Chapter 1, as I found the visuals in that movie very stunning at the time. A Sakura Wars movie could feel like an epic stage play brought to life on the big screen. I wonder which Japanese movie actress would be the perfect role for Sakura Shinguji. For Virtua Fighter, I love to see TMS Entertainment, the same studio that produced the 1995 anime, take another shot at it, but with a modern twist. They could draw some inspiration from Netflix Tekken Bloodline anime. Instead of focusing on just one character with a group like in the original anime, each episode can delve into the backstory of different fighters, leading up to their participation in the World Fighting Tournament. This way, we can get to know the characters a lot better and see some of their iconic moves in action. I've got a soft spot for the original anime, especially the second season, but if SEGA ever decides to make another one, I'd want more grounded martial arts action and suspense, similar to other martial arts anime like Baki and Kengan Ashura. And of course, it is an absolute must to have Takanobu Mitsuyoshi compose a killer yet passionate opening theme for the anime. Last but not least, my top pick for a live action adaptation is
The House of the Dead.
As a fan of the series, I can tell you, the existing movies were, well, hot garbage, especially the first one. Thanks, Yui Bowl. The second one that premiered as a TV movie on the Sci-Fi Channel was a slight improvement, focusing on more on the AMS agents and some elements from the games, but it still fell short. Back in December 2016, Variety reported that Stories International and Circle of Confusion were working on the new House of the Dead film, but we haven't heard much info on that since. I'd love to see a new live action film or a TV series that stays more true to the games. Imagine a movie or a TV series that dives into Dr. Kyrian's descent into madness, showcases of reimagined creatures and bosses like the Magician while staying faithful to the arcade games, and delivers a unique story with bloody, intense action scenes with AMS agents and convincing civilians trying to survive a dwelling mansion filled with creatures, taking them out one by one with unique death scenes. That's the kind of House of the Dead movie and TV series that we deserve. And that's all I've got for today's video. If there's a SEGA franchise you'd love to see adapted into a film or a TV series, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like and share this video with your friends. It really helps out the channel. And as always, I'll catch you in the next SEGA discussion video. Thank you, and see you soon.